market has long been accused of being impossible to break into, but this year a few changes are underway that just might make 2020 the year to buy your first home.
Fingers crossed. Here to tell us why is property expert Steve Joveski. Steve, good morning to you. What factors are likely to impact the property market this year? We've already heard that New South Wales is off to a rollicking start.
Absolutely. So we've had 3 interest rate drops last year. Now that's probably going to flow on or continue to flow on in the next 12 months or so. It'll take a bit of time to get through. And there's probably another 2 coming, one specifically in February, so very soon coming up. The easing of the lending standards by APRA. We've had the 7% serviceability cap ratio completely cut off, closed. Essentially what that means is it should be easier to get a home loan this year and last year. And also the home loan deposit scheme, which is a national initiative and should put a bit of pressure on prices and get them to increase in the lower end of the market where first home buyers are.
And is that what you're expecting to see this year, that property prices will go up?
Yes, so we're expecting to see increases in all capital cities except for Darwin. And that'll be led by Sydney at about 12 to 14%, which does sound a bit dramatic and significant. However, when you're looking at it in perspective, prices were dropping for a couple of years, so it's basically a bit of recovery element to that.
This all makes it a lot harder for first home buyers to get into the market, doesn't it? Or what is out there to make it easier for them? Yeah,
so 2020 is the year where you really need to get your finances in order. Lenders do look at your expenses with a fine-tooth comb. So if you could cut back on luxury items or services like Uber Eats and things like that, that could help you. Also, maybe cutting off credit card limits and things like that, where you don't necessarily need those big credit card limits.
Stop splurging, consider online lenders. There's plenty of competition out there, isn't there?
Absolutely. So online lenders, they've got the good interest or the lowest interest rates at the moment. And you basically need to go to them if you want to get the best sort of pricing at the moment.
So you're saying getting in earlier in the year than later in the year if prices are going to go up?
Yes, so price increasing, so definitely, the sooner you get in, the better.
And locations, what would you advise?
So, I mean, it's always sort of that infrastructure. Is it close to amenities like shopping centres? Is it close to good transport links? What infrastructure is planned in the area? That could be a positive or a negative. But also, when you do look for a property, make sure you do your research. And especially if it's a new apartment, we've seen a lot of the apartment defect crisis in New South Wales. So make sure you check out the builder and the developer.
Good on you, Steve. Thank you. Good advice and more information on our website as well.
No worries.
All right, it's time now for the news.
Thank you, Ali and Carl.